Welcome in, Sneeple. Today is Monday. My name is Gabe, so that means it's Market Monday. It was a crazy week. Let me tell you all about it. Michael Fang did win the Pro Tour on Oldham, beating out Mara Ferris that was on Dromai. Top 8 for this Pro Tour was Oldham, Azalea, Lexi, Dromai, and Dromai. As well as the calling just happened and Dash was the winner of that event. They showcased 2 new young heroes, Prism Advent of Thrones, as well as Vincent, which is going to be a Shadow Runeblade hero. Prism is going to be a Light Illusionist. They also showcased Beliana, Archangel of War, which is going to be a Light Angel ally. Right then and there, we have 2 different classes and a few different archetypes. Light, we have Illusionist, we have Shadow, as well as Runeblade. All of these are going to be a big factor in this upcoming set. With all this information, let's jump straight into the market and see where things are sitting. 3 of a Kind is going up, Arcane Rising. We saw this as a pivotal card in Lexi. This card showed you how strong it could be on a turn, as well as with the Rain Razors. This went up by 25%, all the way from $8 up to around $10. Then Grasp of the Arcanite is going above $100 now again. There was that month period where it was going under 100, over 100. Right now it is, the last one sold was for $95. Now the ones on the market for around 125, 130, 140, 160. This card is just a powerhouse, blocks perfectly. It's going to be great in whichever Runeblade places. Over at Crucible War, we do see Arcanite Shard a lot more hitting the market. It's coming down to about $575 a card. There's a handful up there for that. Last one sold was over a week ago at $600 for that 700. So it's probably going to start mellowing out in this area. Do take note, there was a Viscera on the top 4 of the calling, so I don't know if that makes it move anymore. You never know. Monarch is definitely having cards go up this week. Herald of Erudition going up 116%. Going from $2.64 up to $5.71. This is the first edition. We also see Shadow Puppetry going from $2.86 up to $4.55. Monarch first edition, yet again another 60% increase. Monarch has a lot of cold foils going up at this time. Luminaris going from around $100 up to $252, 161% increase. Ebon Fold from $20 up to $49, basically $50, $144 increase. We have Aether Ironweave going from $37 up to $79. This card is a very strong Runeblade card, especially if you're on the aggressive side. Dreamweavers up from $25 to $52. A couple more over I want to go over from Monarch is, let's look at Phantasmal Footsteps. This rainbow foil is going to start be pushing $250 any day now, unless more hits the market soon. Cold foils are still expensive. Looking at Carrion Husk, this card has also had a nice resurgence over this weekend. We can see Carrion Husk was about $160, and now it's selling for around $210, $200. And then the cold foils are starting to push above $300, if not getting close to $400. Last few cold foils were sold for just shy of $300. Valiant Dynamo is also making its move. We see those feet cooking. This was around a $100 card, $110 card. Now with few on the market, shy of $200. The last few sold that were rainbow foil were $170. Looking at the Great Library of Solana, they haven't sold that many in this last week, but in the time prior, they were going for around $300 to $400 a card. This last sold one was for $435. So they're shooting around the $400 mark. Cold foils are going to be sitting around the $700 mark. Last sold for $750. In the week prior, they were just short of $650. Over in Tales of Arya, we do see Spellbound Creepers making a huge jump again. This card's been up and down so much those last few months with the new Runeblade speculation and hype. Yet again, there's about 1.5 million sold in the last few days. Rainbow foils for about 140, cold foils for about 190. Now we have rainbow foils on TCG Player, one at $200. The last sold though was for 150, so we'll have to see how likely that is to hold. Cold foils for around $200. The last sold cold foils were going for about 190, so that hasn't made too much of a change. Portium Crossroad of Elements 130, 130, cold foil for 250, rainbow foil around 230, and the cold foils for 165 for a nice moderately played. But if you're looking at a near mint to a light play, they're gonna be around $200 a card. That one might be coming down just a little. In Everfest, we have Battering Bolt. This is going from 1268 to 1411, about a 10% increase, but we see this going up due to it is a Ranger card that sees play. We also see Swarming Gloomveil going up from 1183 to 1303, about a 10% increase due to people are just anticipating Runeblade. Grounder Valhalla card sitting around the $200 market like usual, 180, 200, kind of where it sits. Still a lot around there for $200. Not a whole lot of movement going there. Good old Crown of Providence. It is still holding its ground for around 250 for a rainbow foil. Cold foils are not budging that far down. Cheapest one at a gold star seller is 500, and then the no star seller 400. The last sold cold foil was for $400. Any Marvel Dragons are also on the move due to Dromai had a big presence at the Pro Tour. Even looking at Invoke Dominia, 140, 165, 180. You can tell this last couple days people have been buying them up. Ghostly Touch is making its move up the market. Rainbows were going for around $35, $40, and now they're making their way up to $50. Couple left on the market for 40s, and then they're just cruising from there. Just more illusionist hype. Blood of Drakai, one of the cheapest fables out there. Rainbow foils sitting around $67 a card. They've been going for that. In this last few weeks, you might have been able to pick one up for a good deal for around $55. Cold foils are going to be sitting around $200 per card. Not a whole lot of movement there. Marvel Invoke Shariah is going up. Definitely with that new Angel Ally card that's coming out, they're going to work well together. And Prism fans and any Illusionist fans, they like blinging out their stuff, so they want to have the nice ones. The last few sold for $500, but now they're shooting up to the $900, even close to $1,000. Just a regular Invoke Shariah is going to be running around $40 to $45 now. Cold foils cards are around $130. That is a huge increase from this last few months. Even when the card came out, I remember this was a $20 card, easy. Cold foils were selling for around $80. Command and Conquer Fable, one of the coolest fables out there, very playable. Those have been going for around $800 a card. One left at $800, and the rest are shooting above $1,000. One of the bigger ones we saw this week was Down and Dirty from Outsiders. It went from around $2.69 per card up to $6.52. That's around a 142% increase. People love this card going into the Dromai matchup, as well as the upcoming Illusionists that are going to be coming in the new set, due to this is a Phantasm popper that can just hang out in your arsenal, and then worst comes to worst, comes in for 6. Over in Outsiders again, Cold Foil Plague Hives have been the talk of the town. Only a couple listed on TCG Player, as well as the last few sold on TCG Player. We're on $320, $340, $389, almost $400 for this card. Only a couple left on the market. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you learned something out of this. Comment down below if you think I missed anything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that jazz. And for sure, I'll see you next Monday.